Hello there, welcome back to Pokemon Legends Arceus. You can just call me Stent. Last time, we ended up in this rather confusing period of time where apparently printed press has just been invented, we don't have working laboratories, cameras apparently exist, and apparently vehicles haven't been invented yet, nor steam engines. I'm guessing we have boats, if the, that one anime special was anything to go off, but, regardless, this is basically where we're, at least for the time being, doomed to spend our remaining time, so welcome to the rice fields, I guess. Hey, it's not gardenia. Okay, grow crops. Harvest invested in. We'll go apricorn harvest. We can never have too many Pokeballs. It is definitely weird seeing all these sort of iconic traits of all these various character designs and just on completely different characters. It's kind of cool on paper, but at the same time you gotta wonder what exactly the like, surely that hairdo wouldn't have survived X amount of generations with how genetic works, surely. Anyways, Akari wanted us to fight her to gauge her strength, so let's fight. Thanks for coming. I know you're busy. I mean, I just got here. I wasn't really doing much to begin with. Anyways, let's get this party started. Listen, I've had an epiphany. And that is... You see, I've got a partner on my own. We may not get along perfectly, but we've got to work together to help complete the Poke... No! You don't say! Akari here with the 5,000 IQ, hot takes. Oh yeah, you got yourself a Pokemon? Yes, here's my product, Pikachu. Of course it's Pikachu. Why won't you leave me alone, you yellow rats? When we were attacked by those Shinx, I got too scared to think straight, and I couldn't handle battling as a team. Ever since then, my partners refused to listen to anything I tell him. And if I'm being honest, I'm not even sure how to order him. How to guide him in battle. But when I saw how you and your Pokemon work together, I realized we need to do more too. So please, have a battle with me. I want to learn how to fight effectively. Let's see how you fare against having an actual type advantage for once. It's like, hey, a rival fight which actually might be a bit of a challenge. This is a first in a long, long time. What level? Oh, level 9. Okay. Okay, you might actually have an advantage on this one. Let's just go Aqua Jet. Oh, look at that. It's like an actual rival fight from the older games. I kind of like that. And, since Bidoo's the strongest in the team, I guess we're going with, the Unsullied one. He who even God himself fears. And it's clear to see why. I reckon you could take on the entire region all by yourself. You and your low poly glory. You and your Pokemon seem completely in step with one another. Nice. Thanks for battling us. I could be wrong, but for a moment I felt like Pikachu and I finally understood one another. Let's keep working out, okay, Pikachu? Bulga? Guess I was wrong then. But I'll strive to work more as a team with my partner the way you do. Assuming Pikachu and I can bridge some gaps. What is it with every Pikachu I've come across having the same attitude as, like, Ash's Pikachu from episode 1? You think there'd be more Pikachus out there with more unique personalities? Oh, by the way, the professor said Pokemon have these things called types, which apparently make a big difference in how battles go. Pikachu seems to be an electric type, for example. I wonder how you came to that conclusion. Oh hey, type matchups. I suppose it's nice to have this on demand. I remember back when I first played XD, I would go back to the type charts in that game religiously, just to learn all the effective type charts, but I will admit, there was one thing that I was thinking about earlier with regards to, let's see, here we go. I can't help but feel that perhaps ice should be resistant to water, if that makes any sense. So, because as of right now, going across the type chart, water is basically neutral against ice, which you'd think because water is basically frozen ice, it would be a similar position to just water on water. With that logic, ice should probably be neutrally effective against water, if just to make water not just the overwhelmingly best defensive type in the game. So you're the one, that new recruit everyone's talking about. Oh, it's you. The name's Zizu, Captain of the Security Corps. I don't have a voice for you. I see you got some fight in you. Reckon I'd stop by and give whatever advice I could. Captain Zizu is a master of an ancient martial art, one that specializes in Pokemon battles. You gotta wonder why everyone didn't just consult her as to how Pokemon taming works, as opposed to just completely shutting them out. Like, nope, absolutely terrifying creatures, we can't do anything with these. I just noticed that her hairstyle is lopping the ears. Alright, I do kind of like you a bit more now. Now, listen, if your Pokemon's truly mastered its moves, you can actually use them in different oh, we're getting our, styles tutorial, as if we didn't use them already. On one hand, you can choose to deliver a move in the strong style. The move will deal more damage, but afterward it'll take longer for your Pokemon to act. On the other hand, you can choose to unleash a move in the agile style. Such a move will have less power behind it, but you and your Pokemon can act more quickly afterward. It's an interesting idea on paper, but I could see how this could very easily be abused. It's agile style to me basically sounds similar to Mega Kangaskhan's parental bond. Meaning, if you team with stuff like Power-Up Punch, assuming that it were in a game with Power-Up Punch, you could very easily just rack up stat boosts. In truly favorable conditions, it might even get out 2 moves before the opponent can act. Strong moves, agile style moves, and of course regular moves. Choose which one is right for a given situation, direct your Pokemon with a little nudge. I'm fairly certain, yeah, uses more PP than usual. It'll be interesting to see how this will fare as we go on. Oh, one more thing. If you want to teach your Pokemon some powerful moves, just let me know. It's easy to teach to serve you well when you're up against tough Pokemon. I suppose it's time I went to meet Mai. You remember? I mentioned at the Wallflower that I could use your help with Mai's request. I'm to meet her down at the foot of Aspiration Hill. You should come as well, once you've read your Pokemon team and perhaps have them learn some new moves from Zizu if you like. I reckon we have to pay for some of these though. We'll see what we can get at this point, because I remember she can give us some pretty powerful moves as well. Okay, learn new moves. Let's see what stuff George can learn for the time being. We've got Full Swipe, Rock Smash, Aerial Ace, Focus Energy, and Rest. I'll be honest, I do kind of want to give it Focus Energy. I know Focus Energy is sort of a bit of a meme move in some circles, but I do definitely kind of want to give it the benefit of the doubt. See if it gives us a bit more mileage due to how stat boosted moves work in this game now. You know, see what's what, see if we can actually get something good out of it. There we go, there's the map. Seems as though there's not much we can do in terms of side quests here, so let's just move out. Let's get on with the plot. I will say though, at the very least, I do definitely like the whole vibe of this place. Even the music alone, I just find really quite calming. Just an entirely different mood to really a lot of more recent Pokemon games. Okay, so we can only just go to the the initial entrance point at this time. What have we here? Oh, it's you. Did I surprise you? I bet I did. I was trying to anyway. There's a secret technique to catching Pokemon, you see. It's what I like to call the secret backstrike technique. Oh, I've already used this. Hitting a Pokemon's back with your Pokeball will surprise it, make it easier for catch, or giving you an advantage once the battle starts. Yeah, but I can't remember if this was actually featured in Scarlet and Violet. It's been a while, but I will admit for this game it seems sort of an obvious inclusion, but I like it nonetheless. If you're part of a survey corps now, working to create that Pokedex as they all are, you might end up meeting every last Pokemon here in a suite. You should know I'm already looking forward to the day you've accomplished that. Definitely not suspicious in the slightest. What are you talking about? Mushrooms? You know any shortcuts to any? Okay, mushroom cake. Focus on really amazing potential. You're the talk of the village. You've always seen you making my mushroom cakes, famous as you are. I'm sure they'll want to give it a go too. I'll teach you the recipe. All you're going to do is return to spread the good word by using it. Oh, you'll need to go get the secret ingredient for the recipe yourself. Strange not from the forges of our fellows, as the old saying goes. One springy mushroom's all you need. I'll be waiting. I guess we'll just have to be on the lookout for some springy mushrooms in that case. Do we actually have enough Bidoops at the moment? I can't remember. Just remember to actually have the crafting kit at the moment so we can actually make ourselves some more Pokeballs. Huzzah. Oh yeah, and we can actually make revives with that Vivid Choke I got earlier from the Rapidash nest. I do kind of like this system because you're actually incentivized to catch as many Pokemon as you find rather than just running from every single fight you come across. Come on. I feel I should be saving a few of these in case we run into any more Eevees. In fact, from what I recall, the Eevee spawn should just be this way. I want to at least try to get another Eevee before we carry on. Obviously, where we're heading is up to the top of that hill over there at the center of the map. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. I will admit, though, thinking about it a little more, you know, despite the obvious performance issues that this game has, which is sort of part of the course of the series, it does kind of baffle me they went the direction they did with the art style of Scarlet and Violet. I mean, the texture, the increased texture detailing on a lot of the Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet was definitely nice, but I'm thinking more so the human characters. It's just, I don't think, I mean, if the Masters games were anything to go by. I don't think anyone was strictly thinking there was anything really wrong with the art style of these, basically Gen 7, 6 to 8, basically. I don't think anyone was actually really complaining about the human art style at all. More so just the expressions and how dead behind the eyes, infamously, a lot of the, particularly the main characters were, which so far doesn't feel like it's a real issue here, at least compared to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon especially. Like, I remember playing for that the first time, going for all the... Oh, hello Mime Jr. I completely forgot you were a spawn here. Let's see... That's it, just hold still. Not sure we're gonna get that. Never mind, we got Mime Jr. The favorite child from all the way back in Lucario and the Mystery New. Anyways, back to Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I was thinking more back to the Rainbow Rocket scenario where you're going up against all the bosses in a... What, on paper, at the very least, seemed like a fairly cool concept, going against all the rocket bosses, the enemy team bosses from alternate timelines from which they won. Again, sort of felt like Sonic Forces in that aspect, and at the same time, just like in Forces, the concept was kind of wasted, I'd say. But it doesn't change the fact that, hilariously enough, in the face of every single enemy you come across, your main character just has that same, just sort of blank expression, just... I also kind of find it hilarious they also poked fun at that in the Masters games from what I heard. They just constantly pointed out how the main characters from Sun and Moon always had that same sort of dead behind the eyes expression. I will admit that's definitely kind of funny. Should have enough to craft some more Pokeballs at this rate. Yep. Hey Jonesy. We're just scrounging the land seeing if we can find any EVs. No luck as of yet. Scrounge around a little bit more before we move on with the plot, because that's really what we're here for. Kind of a shame though, because especially the last time I played this, Eevee was surprisingly a very useful partner. I definitely want to showcase that on this stream when the time comes, though obviously it won't really be for a long time. But I suppose, speaking of long times, I'm not 100% certain as for whether or not I'm going to be doing the Arceus boss, mostly because of how difficult it is to find some of the Pokemon on here to finish what you need to do for the decks. Like, fairly starting to mention before, like the fossil Pokemon were notoriously difficult to find, as well as the Porygon family, especially. That one definitely takes a while. Well, I definitely need a fair bit of off-screen grinding, which I'm fairly certain you're aware this time is something that I'm not 100% the most keen on. Especially when it comes to this game. I've sort of spent a long time with these games doing all sorts of grinding for levels, for shinies, etc. I'm at the point now where I can definitely see why people use various tools in order to try and speed up the process. Anyways, let's try using focus energy when we get the chance. Oh wait, I'm gonna say, I taught it focus energy, but for some reason it just doesn't have it. I'll have to check that again. Gotta admit, it would definitely be interesting seeing a strong style Aqua Jet, whether or not that would just facilitate it becoming a just regular move as opposed to having priority. I will admit also, despite the flaws that come with the strong and agile styles, I feel a system like this does at least somewhat deliver a fair bit more flexibility compared to the regular game. Even if again you can mostly just abuse it. We'll go for an agile move this time, see how that deals. Again, definitely interested to see whether or not they'll bring this back for Legend Za. Because it, I suppose, seems to be a fairly divisive mechanic, question mark? Anyways, there don't seem to be any EVs around here. Let's just move on. Oh, that must be her, not Marley. Okay. Over here. My, this is Stent. My. A new face in the village. Not that it matters to me if you're new. If you're here, I assume you'll be prepared to be of help. It really is just Marley, isn't it? I am one of the wardens of the Diamond Clan. You may call me Mai. I suppose you might not even know what a warden is if you're new to Hisui. But such talk can wait. Right now, I'd rather we get straight to the point. I have a problem that I need help solving, so the more important question is this. Do you feel confident that you can lead your Pokemon into battle? I mean, I've been doing it for 20 years at this point. I'd certainly hope so. That's good to hear. That security core of yours certainly wasn't up to the task. This here is my partner Munchlax. We were raised together like siblings. He battles by my side by choice, without needing any silly little Pokeballs like you use. Watch and learn. Oh, we're gonna fight now. I don't... Okay, I guess we're fighting. Still didn't have focus energy. We'll just go for a swords dance. And see what a strong tackle looks like with that up. I completely forgot to give Josh a potion. No, this should do the trick. I completely forgot how bulky Munchlax is. This could be problematic. All I have is like Beedus. It's weird not seeing like moves like Growl here at all. When honestly, I feel at this point they could be needed. I know Shinx probably isn't the best considering its chunky special defense, but I'm okay at the very least for a paralysis. There we go. Look how look how he just muscles with all that health. It's kind of redonkulous. Yes, there we go. Kind of a shame that we don't have access to stuff like Headbutt. Power Flinch here would... Actually, I can kind of see why we wouldn't have access to Power Flinch. Just... Generally, mechanics like that I could definitely see getting phased out of the series at some point due to how just annoying it is. Strong rollout. Let's go. Give him the spin dash. Come on, you got this. Kind of weird that he can't, just doesn't do it automatically like normal. Oh well, it's over. Already off to a good start. No. You really aren't one of those usual galaxy buffoons if you could defeat my partner. Well fought, Munchlax. I'll take care of the Pokemon that battle for us. Yay, free healing. And I'll let you have these. You people make all kinds of things with your silly little crafting, don't you? These should prove to be useful materials. More revives, nice. You and your Pokemon fought well together. You practically acted as one of them. Rather the legendary hero of old, the one we tell stories of to our children. I think you're indeed the one for the job. You see, I need someone to deal with an alpha Pokemon causing trouble on the Deer Track hike. Yeah, I get it? The alpha Pokemon, which is the same Pokedex entry thing as Arceus. You get it? It is a large, fearsome foe, like any alpha, but you'll come, won't you? To Deer Track Heights? Well, God is apparently telling me to do so, so it's not like I got a choice. That thing you have, it's showing you where you got to go, isn't it? My. That is some curious sort of map. Is that one of those Galaxy Team inventions I keep hearing about? It does certainly seem to show us the way to Deer Track Heights up ahead of us. I'll leave this in your hands. You'll do great out there, I know it. So apparently we got, like, cartography, and apparently no one is shocked about this magical technology I apparently have. It seems you're quite the asset to the Survey Corps, new one. You could certainly say that. Though, before we continue, I must ask, do you already know about the almighty Sinnoh? Oh yeah, Gen 4 fans don't stop talking about it. Oh my... Alright, humor me. I suppose that's to be expected. Allow me to sketch out the basics. Almighty Sinnoh steers all time. It's said to have created the very universe using the power over time's flow, and this land of Hisui was born in the process. It's by the grace of Almighty Sinnoh that Pokemon can live and thrive here. We of the Diamond Clan, descendants of the Pokemon who crossed the sea and settled here in the Hisui region to venerate Almighty Sinnoh. However, it stole away from the world long ago, hiding itself from our sight. Almighty Sinnoh has only rarely been seen by any human, if the old tales are to be trusted. But there are still Pokemon here today in Hisui with a connection to Almighty Sinnoh, and it is the duty of wardens like myself to attend to their needs. The Pokemon that graces Deer Track Heights is one of those honored few. It is directly descended from the Pokemon that was blessed by Almighty Sinnoh's protection. Follow me and you may understand. Alright, time to go up a big hill. Hopefully we find a, I was gonna say Eevee, but we can catch some Cricketots. Can't help but feel bad for Cricketot, honestly. It's just one of those bug types which just got overshadowed with all the good Pokemon that came out in Gen 4. It's like, it's a fairly underwhelming bug type among underwhelming bug types. Considering you got, you know, a gen with stuff like Roserade, Floatzel, Staraptor. It just feels like there isn't really much room for it for anyone, really. Oh, hello. Oh, Chetty Betties. Oh hey, we get to learn how to pick berries. I think there's a Burmy in this tree. Yep. Hello, Burmy. This may be the only time where you're actually effective against one of my Pokemon. Burmy is another one of those Pokemon which is just one of the more forgettable ones, in all honesty. I guess the whole different cloaks thing is fairly interesting, but at the same time, it's just one of those Pokemon you rarely have any reason to use. I think maybe Trash Cloak has some uses to it normally, but generally speaking, I feel you're better off with a fair few other grass types. Which is kind of a shame, because it's Pokemon like Burmy and Wormadam and Kricketot, which just make me wonder whether or not this series should have more of a focus on adding just a few quality Pokemon rather than just 100 Pokemon with each new generation. It's one of those things which I always couldn't help but wonder, just how many Pokemon is enough Pokemon? It's like, we got over 1,000 now. Are we gonna stop there? We're just gonna keep going until we all forget which ones are... Oh yeah, I completely forgot. This is one of those instances where we have Pokemon which we need to defeat using Water-type moves, which thankfully we have Jaws Roar. There we go, nice. And I think due to the nature of this game, I don't think we have to worry too much about trading to evolve, but I could be wrong about that. Oh hey, Black Tumblestones, the thing we need to create the famous Heavy Balls. We'll just craft all of those and use the rest for... We'll make 15 normal ones. Why not? I will admit, this whole crafting system I definitely prefer to Scarlet and Violet's. It's like here, it's a opportunity to use something that isn't money to get what you need, whereas in Scarlet and Violet with the TMs, it's not like you have any other alternative but to scrounge around for various resources to craft TMs, which we already got in gens 5 to 8 as infinite use ones anyways. It just feels like they just took away something which the fanbase in general on most players just found nice and convenient, only to give us in return something worse. I mean, it's definitely preferable to the older games, like Gen 4 and prior. Where in a lot of cases you only got like 1 TM per game. But generally speaking, like I said, it's like they just took something we liked away from us to give us back something worse. Because we can never have too many tumblestones. That's another thing about the system as well. A lot of the resources you need are quite abundant, so you don't have to worry too much. Whereas in Scarlet and Violet Court, you have to scrounge around very particular parts of the map in order to try and find the correct Pokemon, which doesn't always spawn unless you got like the exact conditions you need. Oh yeah, that's the Heavy Ball effect. It has a higher catch rate, but far less range. So it's one of those ones where it really benefits you to try and sneak up on a Pokemon, which obviously we may not have the opportunity to do so in this case, so No, I think we missed our chance to catch Stanley here, which is kind of a shame, because Statler is one of those Pokemon which, again, outside of Gen 2, just fairly forgettable, which, again, kind of a shame. Statler was actually kind of cool in Gen 2, at the very least is just a hard counter to Morty. And now it's just another one of those ones that you just kind of forget about. It's also kind of weird about a lot of Johto Pokemon as well. It's just the fact that a lot of them are just straight up downgrades to a lot of Kanto Pokemon, with the real exceptions being the legendaries, obviously, in Tyranitar. Oh yeah, and Skarmory. Can't forget about Skarmory. Come on. Stay in the ball. Nope. It's one thing that I've noticed when playing this game, the way the ball shakes. The higher it bounces, the less likely it is that it's a successful catch. If it's a very short bounce, like right there, I may be wrong, but I'm fairly certain it's basically a guaranteed catch. Which is kind of nice. Also expect me to be spending a lot of time in here. Just doing as much crafting as I can. Let's see. Here we go, potions. And quite nice when we got some iron shanks already. We're probably going to need a fair few of those as we go on. Again, it's generally just nice the abundance of resources at your disposal. Hello. Oh? So even your professor decided to join us. What are you doing here? Oh, thank goodness I got here in time. As a Pokemon researcher, I could hardly miss out on a chance to observe an alpha now, could I? I suppose that is your business. Fine, as long as you stay out of the way. Also, that hat of yours is still ridiculous. This is Deer Track Heights. This is where I've come to pay tribute to a special Pokemon. A Pokemon descending from one of those blessed by Almighty Sinnoh. I will admit, you could say a lot about Nintendo's localizers, especially with stuff like Triforce Heroes, but I love the fact that they actually included that little meme there. Just the onomatopoeia for Crickettoon's cry. And the fact it's one of the best in the series. That's not it. That's only a troublemaker here to disturb the peace with its rackets. I mean, that's basically what it's known for, making a lot of noise. And that's what you're here for, Stent, to drive that interloper from this place. I'll ensure your Pokemon are ready for the battle. I mean, I already healed. Thanks for making me waste a potion. Upon my word, what a large specimen! Little wonder alpha Pokemon are feared across the land if they're all as oversized as this one. Exactly. They're not only big, though. They are strong and may know moves that others of their kind do not. Especially Hyper Beam. A lot of them just spout Hyper Beams at you from across the map. It's kind of scary. They're not to be trifled with, let me tell you. Nevertheless, I believe you are stronger still than this Alpha. Go show them that beyond any mistaking. Be careful, Stent. Size is a potent weapon in of itself. No doubt this Alpha is a powerful and hardy foe. If you must face it, make sure your Pokemon have some strong moves at their disposal. And here's our main tutorial about Alpha Pokemon, which we already came across with Rapidash. Unfortunately, though, this one is a fair bit weaker, methinks. I want to save here, actually, see if I can actually catch it, because last time I went through this, I kind of made the mistake of not catching it. Anyways, rock and roll. Alright. Okay. Oh, check the Y button for the action mode. I completely forgot about this. Oh yeah, that's definitely quite the potent little thing. Okay, strong style. We'll just give it a strong tackle. You got this, Josh. Okay, that's not exactly as strong as I was expecting. Wow, that's a lot of damage. We may be in trouble. It's like last time I went through this, I had a Cyndaquil who basically just robbed me of any chance of catching it. Now we're in very much a situation where it could very well do us in, but paralysis is nice. Oh no, he's gonna finish me off with false swipe. What am I gonna do? What can I possibly do in the face of such a powerful and devastating move as false swipe? Oh, so I need to get all these B boofs out of my party. One is enough. Everything you do now just bites. And it's nice, it's just weird to see bites on Bidoof. It's not exactly what I expect to see. See what a heavy does to... No, that's not what I want. I keep forgetting that you have to do it with a trigger. There we go. That should do it. Oh, it's like the little firework that comes out. That's a fun little touch. It looks so serious. You really are an impressive one, aren't you? Seeing someone beat best in alpha like that, it truly reminds me of the legendary hero of old. We best make sure your Pokemon are taken care of after facing off against such a foe. Yay, more free healthcare. What's in the world? Oh yeah, new evolution for Stantler. It's the Great Wire Deer. I like his beard. He looks upon you with kindness, Stent. Bow back. Do it. I'd say the Great Wire Deer has taken a liking to you, despite your rudeness. That is fortunate. He is an esteemed Pokemon that can dash across the expanse of this way while bearing a human on his back. Oh, you mean like Ponyta and Rapidash, or Tauros, or most Pokemon. A human he deems worthy, at least. He is a blessing to us all. Remarkable, truly outstanding stuff. A Pokemon letting someone ride on it. Why, it's just like the ride Pokemon of Aloha. Remember Gen 7? Remember how it's gonna soon be 10 years since Sun and Moon came out? Do you feel old yet? But Professor Lavington, Stent. Yes, we're here. Captain Silene sent me. She said that once Senna carried this request, we'd be able to set up a base camp. About that. I know this was a joint decision by Adamant and the commander, but still, is it truly fine for us to set up more base camps like this? The Hisui region is a land created by Almighty Sinnoh for the sake of its Pokemon. As long as your goal is to coexist and thrive together with the Pokemon, I imagine you should be able to be allowed use of this land. The Great Wire Deer has taken a liking to Stent as well. that this is a good sign. You have my thanks for what you did today. Our clan leader will hear about how you aided us. I'll come to show my appreciation with a proper reward as soon as I can. Mission complete. And I actually caught Cricket Suit this time. That's nice. If we want to coexist and thrive with Pokemon, we'll need to stop fearing them and start getting to know them better. And that starts with completing the Pokédex. This really does feel like the sort of stuff you'd hear in like a filler episode of an anime. Just sort of reminding you constantly of the main goal. Anyway, we should be able to have that base set up once the construction core arrives. I mean, what's there to set up? It's just a bunch of tents and a chest. See? It's just a couple of tents. Oh man, I'm sure that banner there took like 5 months to complete. I had to run it through the council for like 3 months. Here we have it, our new base upon Deer Track Heights. I'll call it the Heights Camp. Really must have been pushing your creative endeavors with that one, Professor. From now on, when you set out from the village, you can ask to be escorted to this base camp to start your excursions directly from here. Having another base camp to start from would be a great help on our surveys. Nice work today, everyone. Let's say we all head back to the wallflower. Yay! I still didn't get my EV. Okay, I think we've basically completed, here we go. I definitely want to hold off from evolving Oshawott until we basically get all the stuff that we need to complete here, you know. We need to see it use 15 strong moves, 15 agile moves, we need to see it use Water Pulse and Slash. I suppose that's a good reason to hold on to Focus Energy at the very least. Just to have constant, like, Persian tier slash crit rates. Okay, I was sort of confused there. I thought already I had enough to push on to rank 2, but no, that's just my total. We're halfway there. Not to worry. Benny, old chum, the usual potato mochi, please, and make it for free today as well. He seems so sinister, just how his back arches like that. Have you heard the grave news? That frenzied Cleaver from the rumors. It ended up mauling some of our galaxy folks who went in to investigate it this morning. The medical corps had a hard time getting all the injured back on their feet. It's a wonder, really. You'd think that they'd be dismembered, decapitated, given the name Cleaver, and all. Ah, this is the Cleaver that was reportedly struck by powerful lightning, yes? I did hear he's been behaving most erratically since then. Still, if further investigation is in order, the Survey Corps will, of course, step up to the task. A certain amount of danger is inevitable when researching unfamiliar Pokemon, but I'm sure Stent here can handle things just fine. You need to step up your game with me, Professor. You can't expect me to do all the work. Are you certain? I've heard Cleaver is so mighty, even Alpha Pokemon don't compare to him. Now, you forget that the strengths of Pokemon are the key items of information that we of the Survey Corps are duty-bound to research. And since this perilous work of ours calls for a clear head and fighting-fit physique, I do believe a good night's sleep is in order after this fine meal. Like, imagine going straight to sleep after having dinner. That's kind of an alien concept to me. Anyways, the next day. Good morning! You You should hurry to the commander's office where his site's used for sumo practice. Won't he do that already? Won't he just do that anyway? Am I gonna eventually wake up one day with all my bones broken? Is that how this is gonna go? Ah, here we go. We got all our items stored. We'll just move it all at once. I feel there's a fair... The grit dust we can just put in the item box as well. There's definitely a fair few things you do want to keep in here, because, of course, if you end up dying out there, you lose all your items and have to hope that someone else online helps recover them. There you are. Let's hurry to headquarters. Look who's being punctual! Finally realize you're wasting Almighty Sinnoh's precious time by bowing to a sham. Oh, it's... Who are these clowns? There you go again, insisting on your false image of Almighty Sinnoh as a ruler of time. Might be able to follow the true Almighty Sinnoh, the font of all creation and ruler of space. Ha! You can have all the space there is and still not know what to do with it. Excuse me? Are you really suggesting that you would make better use of your time that we make a vast Hisui space? Better than some. It's a miracle you showed up on time, oh mighty leader of the Pearl Clan. I worried you'd get lost. I worried you'd get lost in the pointlessly vast space you're so fond of and never show up. Me get lost in Almighty Sinnoh's great gift to the Pearl Clan and our world's very basis? You wish. I wish I'd hadn't let myself get dragged into arguing with you. Almighty Sinnoh, forgive me. What a waste of time. I'm up to Commander Kamado's office. I believe it was you who started this. You can feel the tension when those two show up. You could practically cut it with a fork, whatever that is. You haven't met them, have you? The woman with the reverence for space is Irida, leader of the Pearl Clan. The man who's going on and on about time, Adaman, leads the Diamond Clan. The Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan grudgingly coexist at the moment. Apparently things seem to be less peaceful. Oh, so what, they had weapons? They used swords? They fought and killed each other? But the boss, I mean the commander, is waiting. We should save this conversation for after you report to him. Okay. Actually, do we have any new stuff on offer? There we go, new stars in stock. What have you got for me this time? Okay. More headbands, more festival mat. Festival mat's B booth. Oh, the perfect hats for going into the rice fields. Let's see, kimonos. I kind of want to... Nah, I'll probably get that once I have a bit more spare cash to throw around. Okay, more gis. More sandals. I think we're fine the way they are. Do we have any more hairstyles? I kind of want some... I think we won't be getting any new hairstyles for a while, methinks. Actually, do we have any more side quests? Oh, we do have a couple of side quests. That's good to know. Let me just see what those are first. What are you up to in the shade of the shady tree, shady man? Alright, if the Pokemon starts eyeing me, I'll fling an Aurum Berry, then run while it's distracted. If I just stick to the plan, I'll be fine. Oh, Survey Corps boy. I guess that's the name we're going with now. I was just heading out into the field land to gather Tumblestones, but I haven't got as many Aurum Berries as I'd like. Are you familiar with Aurum Berries? They restore some health to Pokemon that eat them, so as you might imagine, Pokemon said... Actually, do Aurum Berries work on humans? This is one thing I've wondered, because Pokemon Movie 2000 even to go by, humans are technically Pokemon as well, just Instead of all the powerful moves, we got intelligence and opposable thumbs, which... Actually, thinking about it, how come Alakazam isn't the dominant species of the planet? Or psychic types in general? Heck, Gardevoir would probably be... Yeah, I'm pretty sure if Gardevoir wasn't as empathic and benevolent as she was, she would be the dominant species on the planet. Either that or Ditto. You see what I'm going with this? Throwing Omberries is a great way to distract and avoid while poke. For some reason, I completely forgot about this mechanic. And I used all my orange berries to make potions. Silly me. Let's get Kricketune out of the box. First, we need to see its status. It is gentle. Not the best, but hey, it's an alpha Pokemon. Brave nature. Brave nature. That could possibly work. You know what? Let's bring Sandler and Kricketune along for the ride. Still don't figure out the point where we can mass release Pokemon yet, which is a shame. So, I definitely do want to get some grit items at some point. And yeah, the other one was just ah, this is where we unlock more of the thing. Isn't it? Yeah, right here, right here. I think this is where we get to expand the fields. This whole thing just looks like a fire hazard. Isn't there a Survey Corps kid? I saw the darndest thing. I was scouring the hardware for crops we could use to grow in the fields here when I saw it. This Pokemon called Cherrim changed its appearance right before my very eyes. It was in the evening, the light was getting dim. All of a sudden, Cherrim's petals glowed right up, and it looked like nothing but a little flower bud. Wow, I thought, I just witnessed a miracle of evolution. The next morning, when I went to check in on that Cherrim, it was right back in full bloom. Why would it bloom just to glow back up? Is that how evolution works? Was the change I saw something different? When you first Cherrim's Pokedex entry, let me have a look, would you? I remember Cherrim being fairly difficult to find in this game. Needless to say, it's something we'll definitely have to track. Before anything, though, I need to check to see if I can actually teach Josh Focus Energy. There it is, it's just right in the thing. Yep. Gonna be interesting to see how that works, especially once we get Slash. Kind of feel compelled to hold on to that. Do you have any more moves at your disposal? Master moves. Okay. Forgot about Seeds of Mastery, another resource that we have to keep track on. Okay. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Alpha Pokemon tend to have moves which you can normally only get from Zizu here. Kind of a nice touch. Ah. Well, this is a kind of a cool little detail, though. With how this whole thing is set up, I can't help but wonder whether or not it would have been more fitting for this whole game to take place in Celestic Town. That whole game just feels... that whole town just feels like it's one of those ones which generally just has a lot of lore behind it, which you never really get to see. Oh yeah, more stuff on the board. Bothersome Bidoof sneaking into the village. And Zubat's eyes. Does it have any eyes? Well, this is kind of cute. Just Cyndaquil here and this little brick hearth. Well, considering this whole thing is basically made of wood, I'm surprised they even allow Cyndaquil to be in here. It's like one single sneeze and all of a sudden, poof, this entire house goes up in smoke. Well, it is pretty cute, though. I'm fairly certain the water... fairly certain that's where Oshawott usually hangs out if he's not in your, not the one you selected. I completely forgot there's a whole downstairs section here. Let's see what's in the basement. Feels like one of those areas that you generally don't tend to explore that much. Oh wait, so I think a lot of these doors are just painted on, aren't they? Please tell me there's something here. Does this place have any purpose? What is it doing here? Please don't tell me all these walls are painted on. Oh, hello. Oh, you joined the survey cook? What are you doing just here in the basement? Is that supposed to be a lavatory sign up there? I can only guess. Anyways, there's more side quests for me here to take on. It's just like an FF14 all over again, where I just end up stocking myself up on all these side quests. Anyways, where is it? I saw there was a side quest here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Alright, what's your deal? Oh, Slender, you came along at a good time. Looking for a picking stone, you see. Would you mind lending a hand? Okay, right size, picking one of the pickle pots, maybe not to put a nice firm. Best thing for me to produce is a stone to lift its. Oh, you need a Geodude. How convenient, I just caught myself a Geodude. Alright, where did you go? Come back, I got you a Geodude. Hello? Anybody? Am I just sort of left to wander the wastelands? Oh. Alright, I guess I'll just see her later, I guess. Oh, here's Evie. And not Karen. In case anyone else falls out the sky. Yeah, I gotta wonder about that, actually. Is that like a health and safety risk? Just random people falling out of the sky trying to reenact the intro to Kingdom Hearts. Is that sort of what comes to mind, just... rather than Gates to Infinity, where I just fall to my death and become, like, grassland pizza. What do you intend to do with that, about that Cleavor, Commander Kamado? He may have descended from a war of Almighty Sinnoh, but look at the mess he's causing. We can't just sit back and let him rage on. You do get right to the point, Adaman. Time wasted is lost, man. Well, tell me, what would you have us do? Cleavor is a precious lord of the Pearl Clan, is he not? That's the point. My clan can intervene directly where a lord of the Pearl Clan is concerned. If my people were to do something, our two clans might end up back at each other's throats, just like we used to be. Even folk of the Galaxy team might have been wounded, haven't they? Someone's gotta do something here, man. Who then? Who of the Diamond Clan had the Pearl... Would the Diamond Clan have the Pearl Clan bring down one of its own honored nobles? I don't believe I said that. Thought it, maybe. You might as well have said it, you fool. But we don't even know what drove Lord Cleavor into such a violent frenzy. I'd like to know that myself. This is a first as far as my clan knows, too. I see you have arrived. Oh, hey. Hey, I'm just here. Don't mind me. This is how conversations with me usually go. This is Stuntz, the newest member of our survey corps. Aha! Heard from my you earned Wider's favor. Good to finally meet you, stranger from the Rift. I'm Adaman, leader of the Diamond Clan, if you want to be formal. But that's a mouthful. Just call me Adaman, just call me Stuntz. If you came from beyond the space-time rift, could you be from the space where Almighty Sinnoh is said to reside? I mean, I didn't see him. I'm Irida, leader of the Pearl Clan. Caution and foresight are my watchwords. You'd think that'd be one more associated with someone who's time-based. honestly. You know, foresight. Which is why I have trouble believing such a tale. Could you really have passed through the rift? I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I just woke up here one day. I have a proposition. Why not send this one to study Cleaver before deciding what must be done? You'd send this stranger who supposedly fell from the rift to study Cleaver. This newcomer with no experience. Says the leader with almost no experience. Being a good leader isn't a matter of time. It's a matter of embracing Hisui's vastness without fear. Well then, there you have it. If how new you are doesn't matter, let's give this kid his chance. I'm sold. Commander, let's try this your way. This should be fun. I'll get to see how good you galaxy folk really are with all your weird ways. Putting Pokemon in these strange balls and what have you. That whole practice bothers me. Oh my, he's sent away Hisui's vast so Pokemon could live freely throughout. We're meant to stand alongside Pokemon, not count ourselves above them. Yes, and we do not use Pokeballs from Lazar to control our Pokemon, only so that we can live together. Sure we do. Allow us to show us what we can do. For you are next to me and I am next to you. This is your mission now. I order you to study Cleaver and help us find the truth to this situation. Remember that you are a stranger who appeared one day from the very sky above us. People are naturally suspicious of your presence here. If you wish to be fully accepted and trusted, you must work hard. Work yourself to the very bone. Work yourself to death, even. People will only believe you when you're dead. Well, that's settled. There's no time like the present. The Lord of the Woods, Cleaver, is a center for the Pokemon that is blessed with Almighty Sinnoh's own power. No other Pokemon you've encountered can compare to his strength. Be warned. Listen to me. I'm listening. The Galaxy Expedition team has come to the Hisui region as a group of outsiders. Some might even call us interlopers. We mustn't do anything to threaten our relations with the Diamond and Pearl clans. Understood? Well, join me downstairs, then. We'll cover the details of this new mission. What is up with your nose? I know it's probably disrespectful of me to say, but it's gotta be said, hasn't it? Alright, let's call this in. Oh good, you're finally here! Professor Lavington, the briefing, if you please. Yes, let's get right down to it. So, I understand you've been requested to find out the cause of Cleaver's frenzied state. But as you are aware by now, Cleaver is a mighty thing, nigh invincible even. The security corps tried throwing Pokeballs at Cleaver when they're attacked, but I'm afraid they didn't even come close to catching him. It seems he's a far trickier opponent than even those aggressive species of Pokemon that cannot be caught outside of battle once they're riled. I'd like to be perfectly clear on this point. This mission will put you in extreme danger. Do you believe you can handle it? Not particularly. Well, you've no choice in the matter. Do it, you coward. You won't. Let us go over the details you need to know. You have a mission to carry out. The Diamond and Pearl clans revere their nobles because they believe these Pokemon serve their almighty Sinnoh. Almighty Sinnoh. They leave offerings to express their gratitude to these Pokemon in locations they call the Noble Seats. So perhaps a good starting point for our research is to find out what sort of offerings they normally leave for this Cleaver. Is it gonna be like... Stan, we need to talk with you. Listen, that rift in space-time seems like it connects this world to a whole other world. That world might be where Almighty Sinnoh itself resides. The true Almighty Sinnoh, that is. The one that rules over time. If you fell for that space-time rift, that might mean you traveled through time by Almighty Sinnoh's own power. Think of it. You must have been just swimming in its divine might. Well, I got a favor to ask you, amazing time traveler. Don't just study Cleavor. Quell its frenzy. Well, you certainly caught us at a good time, young Edmund. We were just discussing our next steps with regard to this whole Cleavor situation. Oh, you must be that Galaxy Team scholar I've heard about. Good to meet you, Mr. Professor, sir. Share some of that knowledge with me sometime. Now, let me elaborate a little. Most pro-clan types have a lot of respect for Cleavor. You heard his title, Lord of the Woods. I'm sure they'll rather get this under control too, so it's hard for them to come right out and ask for those of Galaxy Team, of all people, to help. Truth is, we in the Diamond Clan have a similar problem on our hands. A Pokemon dear to us up in the mountains has flowed in the same type of frenzy as Cleavor. Now, there's certainly bad blood between us and the Pro Clan, but still, we've all got to share Hisui. And that means we ought to tackle our problems together. But there aren't many capable of standing up to such powerful Pokemon. You're the best hope we've got. You'll find Cleavor at Grand Tree Arena. That's at the very heart of the Heartwood. His warden is a boy named Leanne. Leanne is a brilliant child, but also a bit, well, sometimes brilliance can be blinding, you know? He'll tell you all you need to know about his beloved Cleavor, whether you wish him to or not. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be up to the challenge, so we'll be counting on you. See you later. He certainly left quickly once he finished talking. I suppose he really values his time. Adamant and I went wrong, you know. If you're to study and perhaps quell Cleavor, you best start by visiting his abode. Our new Heights camp should be the handy place for setting out towards Grand Tree Arena. And you should stop by the pastures too. You want to choose the best Pokemon to bring. Or, you know, you could just opt not to battle him at all and just abuse certain mechanics. Find yourself being able to pick up materials to go across? Satchel always seeming full? If that sounds like you, it'd be wise to lend me your ear for a moment and hear what I have to say. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about you. And his ability to somehow just turn your bag and provide Time Lord signs to your satchel. With each one doubling in price, so we'll go. Yes, teach me, teach me. I keep thinking it goes up in doubles, but apparently not. Okay, it goes up to 400 and 500, then it's going to be 600 or 1,000. We'll go up to 1,000 if we need to. This is where a lot of your money's going to be going to, just getting as much satchel space as possible. Okay, is it going to be 600 or is it 1,000? Yep, it's 1,000. We'll stop here. Like the Pokemon series should. Yeah, that'll do. Those satchel upgrades can get really, really expensive, as you couldn't tell. So we got... oh, that's a really decent amount of extra space. As we go on, we're definitely going to be needing a lot more. Alright, let's move out. Oh, there's more side quests for me to sink my teeth into. Hooray. You there, you seem like someone who enjoys a bit of crafting. You think you could help me with something? I'd be very, very grateful if you could craft something using a special recipe I came up with. Without further ado, here's the recipe. Pokeshi dolls. Basically the equivalent of Poke dolls. Special items we can make in this village. I'd love to have you craft one and show it to me. I just wanted to see what you come up with. Actually, can we craft... Nope. Don't have enough wood. We'll have to pick up more wood as we go. Any more? Nope. I think that's all the requests. So... Played a Pokedex entry for Starly. We got a Weasel. Mushroom Cake. Rick. Ask Tsumugi more about her requests. We'll flag that one for now. Doesn't seem to be on the thing, does it? Oh. It's right by the entrance. Silly me. Actually, let's just fast travel there, why not? The power of laziness. Oh. How are things, my good friend? Oh, it's you again. I certainly hope you put in that secret backstrike technique I taught you good use. Either way, I have some super potions here just for you. Don't think nothing of it. Having the Survey Corps out and studying Pokemon is great for business, you know. Supporting you now is actually an investment in my own fortunes. Whatever you say. And now I must depart. There are ruins that are just calling to me. Okay. You been having bee booth problems? You're searching. Oh, those pesky bee booth again. Oh, you want me to fight them? Oh no, they're invading the village. They're gonna eat everything. I'll go for 1 second, those scramblers rolled right into the village. This is awful. I'm complete failure as a member of the Survey Corps. How can I face Captain Zizu like this? I'll get a hold of yourself, Tsumugi. Just catch the Bidoof, and everything will be fine. But still, free Bidoof is a lot. I could practically hold them in my hands. I could like a maximum of 4 at the very least. 5 maybe, but you just pick up all 3 and just chuck them out of the entrance, surely. Oh, I have an idea. I've heard the particular pests get easily distracted if other Bidoof are nearby and end up laying their guard down around humans. So if you bring a Bidoof to draw their attention, I can seize that chance to catch the little trophy makers. Voila, the perfect plan. We combine forces, we'll get all 3 caught in no time at all. Okay, should have their guard down as long as I have a Bidoof with me. I do have a Bidoof with me. So let's get to hunting. I suspect they'd like most of all to be around the water. Water wheel definitely seems like the sort of place a Bidoof would want to hang around in. Can they actually show up on them? No, they don't. Alright, let's just get to hunting. If I can even remember where all these Bidoof are. For some reason I just like calling them Bidoof instead of Bidoof. It's just one of those things I just find particularly funny. It's kind of a shame the Pokemon in your party don't follow you in this game. It just seems like one of those things that seems like an obvious inclusion, at least after Scarlet and Violet, but apparently not. I suppose they just saw how it fared in Sword and Shield and just figured, yeah, maybe not. I'll admit I don't remember there being so much scaffolding on the headquarters here. Can I actually... Okay, I can't get past it. The water here seemed like it would be perfect bait for Bidoof. But yeah, admittedly I'm having a hard time remembering exactly where all these Bidoof were. It's definitely been a while since I've partaken in this quest, so I guess we're just gonna have to wander around a bit, unfortunately. Are these supposed to be like barricades? Oh no, I think they're growing mushrooms on those. Here's a bee booth. Oof. Nom nom. Oh, he's eating a wagon. You don't even get to see him napping. Got it. Great coloring team. Like, surely it wouldn't be too difficult to animate give it a throwing animation, surely. I mean, it's not quite as bad as that one egregious example from Sword and Shield where they couldn't be bothered to animate. I think it was Yamper using its electricity to open the door. It's just another one of those things, I suppose. Is there anything else around here? I know the bee booths are probably all in town, but I just want to check real quick. I will admit the view certainly is, I would say, kind of nice. It just sort of, water just sort of disappears into the distance. Doesn't have quite the vast scale of an ocean view, does it? Then again, there's no windmills in the background, just spoiling the view. As that's one thing I kind of took note of when we were, I was visiting my sister over in Brighton, may as well say. We went over to the beach just to chill for a bit, and one thing I couldn't help but notice is just how the sea view was just taken up mostly by electric windmills, which I get a lot of people are for. It's just, I know I'm probably not going to make a lot of friends by saying this, but I can't feel there's more effective ways of generating energy out there. I mean, sure, with the ocean breeze, you're more likely to get winds, but I'm thinking more especially on, like, hills and such on the Lake Districts. You tend to get a lot of windmills, even though a lot of the time it isn't windy. Like, surely you'd be better off going for more reliable energy sources, like using a river for hydroelectric. You're more likely to have a river still there than it not being windy. Just saying. Anyway, that's 3 bee booths. Sorry, 2 bee booths. I will admit, remembering some of these various little Pokemon side quests that you come across in this game, I definitely like them. Have a fair bit of personality to them. Generally feel there should be something up here, yet there doesn't seem to be, oddly enough. Let's see, is there anything back here? It feels like there should be something back here. I can't even climb ladders. 0 out of 10. Okay. Just trying to think more so where the last bee booth is likely to be, because you're triangulating, you got one over there, you got one over by the building, so it's more likely that it's going to be possibly, I was suspecting they're all this side of the river. Maybe in this back alley over here. Okay, maybe not in that back alley. That's a different Pokemon. I do definitely like some of the more Pokemon-related side quests in this game, though. To say the least, it just really helps in the sort of fleshing out of the whole thing of people actually learning to get along with Pokemon, if that makes any sense. I feel as though I'm rambling a little bit, but generally I feel with the sort of tone this game is trying to come across with, I feel it generally did a good job with it. Where is this last bee booth? I may have to look it up if we continue, if this goes on any longer. Let's see, nothing over there. So we already got the one here and the other one over there, so logically speaking, it should be somewhere in this field or on the other side of the river. Or possibly down this alleyway. Of course, it's fairly barren. Oh, we can actually go inside. I completely forgot about that. Don't mind me, just looking for some bee booths. Even here, I cannot but wonder where exactly you're supposed to go to the lavatory. I'm assuming that it's like in Victorian times where they had a chamber pot. I can only assume, but then again, it's just another one of those things where the technology here doesn't make the most sense. You still got like cameras. Yeah, I don't think they're in here. Okay. Give me a second. Just want to sort of expedite this a little bit, because we got more stuff to do. Definitely do like the music though. Can't be stressed enough. Okay. So it may have just been under my nose all this time. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, this is right by my house. Eating my house. Why are you eating my house? Not even my house, my firewood. I need that to live. How am I gonna heat my house? Nice work. That puts all the little troublemakers safely in our custody. Now to give him the old heave-ho. Hold on. It'd be a shame to just send those Bidoof back into the wild, no? My construction corp could find a use for them. Huh? You want to keep them? These naughty nibblers will cause so much trouble for the construction corps. But just Pokemon being Pokemon, how are they supposed to know our village isn't a strictly no chewing zone? Shows good taste on their part to come all the way here just to know on our woodwork too. I will admit some of the character writing here is definitely nice, even if the story is, well, it's Pokemon writing. But if they're gonna stay here, they're gonna have to help with our work. They've got the guts to keep trying to get into the village, plus the teeth and natural trees and rocks, just what our core needs. How about it, little ones? Meals taste better after a day's work, you know. We have no idea what you're talking about. Just what I wanted to hear. I'm not convinced a lot of this will have anything to do an honest day's work, but if Starcross watching over, I'm sure it'll work out alright. Yes, that's settled. Thanks again for your help. Also like how this also affects stuff in the village as time goes on, because I'm fairly certain as we progress all this scaffolding will go away. At least I'm hoping. Anyways, I think that's all we... Actually, let's see what other side quests we can knock out real quick. Let's see... Very helpful. Zubat's eyes. Right over there. Okay. I want to try clearing as many side quests as I can on this. If that's, if no one has any issues with that. Alright, what's up? Hi, Clarissa of the Security Corps. That's me. Thank you so much for taking on my request. I need you to catch me a Zubat and show me so I can take a look at its eyes. Odd request, I know, but I have a good reason for it. Zubat never seemed to have trouble flying around in pitch darkness. It means their night vision must be top-notch. If I could learn how to see in the dark like them, night shifts on guard duty would be a breeze. So I'm counting you. Catch a Zubat and come show it to me, would you? I already have a Zubat. Check it out. You know, it's kind of weird. is... The weirdest thing is, those top fangs I actually thought were its eyes, and just had like a weird sort of 2 eyes instead of just a big mouth and no eyes. I feel I've always given Zubat a bad rep in my time. Huh? Where are the eyes in this little guy? Don't tell me it doesn't even have eyes. And that means that Zubat flies around with being completely blind. Zubat must have some other kind of sense if it doesn't even need eyes. That's amazing and all, but it hardly helps me. What am I gonna do about my nighttime shifts on guard duty? Find a partner, Zubat? Actually, a Hoodoo would probably make more sense. Oh, that's a good idea. No need to go get it alone after all. A little help would be great. That's that, then. I'll go out there and find a Zubat that can help me as my partner. Thanks for the great advice. Still think Hoodoo would make a better choice, but okay. What? Not my issue. Oh look, we even got a bee booth actually helping with the work. It's kind of a nice little detail there. Fairly certain there was another one involving a Geodude. Let's have a look here. Oh, right in here. We actually get to go into one of the houses for this one. Hello. Okay, let's see. Let's check the stats of these Geodudes, actually. We got Quirky and we got Hasty. Checking the stats. Yeah, you can have this one. Oh my, would you look at that? It really does look like a rocket. It seems to be the ideal way to... Oh, it's simply perfect. Thank you, young man. With this Geodude's help, I'll surely make some scrumptious pickles. Do I get to have some at least? Dude! Nice. Alright. Let's finally get out there and see if we can actually do something against this noble. We're still yet to evolve Oshawott. Or at least level it up, get it up to a level where it can evolve. Still not going to evolve it, mind you. Still need to get all this stuff for its Dex entry done. I feel that's actually quite a clever little detail, by the way. It actually sort of dissuades you from evolving your Pokemon too early. I mean, you can technically get more Oshawotts later, it's just being able to knock out so many of its Dex entries so quickly definitely helps. Are you part of the Survey Corps, ma'am, or are you just hanging out by this fire? Appear quietly without no warning. Sounds eerie, definitely. Alright, let's see, we've got 15 balls. Can we make any more? Nope. Alright. Quick march. Still hoping we can find an Eevee at some point, but that looks to be the tree. Certainly a big tree, and I definitely need to find a way down here without falling to my death. Alright, that's another indication that there's a Pokemon hiding in that tumblestone. The main hope being is that with Oshawott is that... Wait, does it actually have Sturdy? I don't think it does, it's just Oshawott could be a fair bit stronger, methinks. Alright, let's go. What's also nice I've noticed is that you don't waste time in this game just with the whole throwing out your Pokemon as a battle animation. You just sort of start the battle with it already out. I know it's a small detail, but it's one that I definitely appreciate. This is one of those things to not waste the player's time, which I feel this series has had a bit of a bad habit of doing. And oh, there's another alpha Pokemon over there. Parasect. Kinda want to check its damage beforehand. Well, more specifically level C, if we can... I'm not sure if it spotted us, but it is definitely wary of us. Heavy balls at the ready. This is probably going to be a bad idea. Gets turned around. Okay, you didn't see me. Level 30. Ugh. There. Come on. Alright. Somehow it didn't notice us. The power of the tall grass. Now it's my turn to terrorize you from the tall grass, buddy. Get over here. I've done this sort of thing before, not to worry. Okay. Okay, I made it angry. We're leaving. We're leaving. One thing that I've noticed is that Paris is weirdly, strangely aggressive in this game. Which is one thing I couldn't help notice. As soon as you run past Paris, they will chase you to the ends of the earth. Not quite what I'd expect from Paris, but it is definitely unnerving, to say the least. Anyways, I think there's a couple more alpha Pokemon around here, which we will have a better chance of catching. Possibly. Kind of a shame we haven't come across any more Eevees, though. I definitely would like to get one. Seems we might be in an opportune spot, maybe. We got Staravias here. I think the sparkly things also indicate more rare items, which is nice. And iron chunks that just wash up on the beach. I'll definitely take those. Here's another alpha Pokemon we can catch right off the bat. I think this one, since it is so much in our way, is one which we're expected to run across, so I think this one is notably lower level. Level 16, okay. Okay, don't mind. Also seems weirdly docile for a alpha Pokemon. I think most alphas at this range would just aggro immediately and try to take my head off. This one just... Okay, now it's getting hostile. Alright. Only after I completely fumbled catching it the first time. It's just so much damage still, though. Wow. We'll just go for a normal tackle. Thankfully, I brought a whole bunch of revives, so it's not too big of an issue, but even so... It is worrying how much damage we're taking. I know there's ways to alleviate that, but at the same time... Still a little bit of a cause for concern. Look at how much damage that does. Cricket Zone? Can you do anything against this with Absorb? No, it doesn't do too much damage, but it should help alleviate some of the, Never mind. Yeah, I think we're in trouble. Statler, can you do anything? Hypnosis, maybe? I know sleep works a little differently in this game, but... Yes, there we go. Give it to him. So yeah, the drowsy condition. It's one little detail about this whole game which I've definitely appreciated is the change to some of the status moves. Mostly with regards to freeze and sleep. Instead of just immobilizing you, it gives you the drowsy and frostbite abilities. Drowsy basically acting as paralysis, except instead of halving your speed, it halves your defenses. And then frostbite is basically burn, except it halves special attack instead of physical attack. It feels like one of those things which should have been in the series from the off. But just sort of... How do you avoid me when you're sleeping? Oh wait, drowsy, but... This barrel just seems to have every move available. Yep, only have B-Booth left. Surely you would not raise a hand against one of your brethren. Yeah, I think we're gonna wipe to this thing. Or maybe... Oh, never mind. Yep. Unusable Pokemon, time to run! It's also a neat little detail, I think, just the fact that... Oh, can I actually use revives here? I can! Hahaha! This obviously isn't going to do me much good, but it is a nice little thing to note. It is also crazy to see that potions in this game are about as effective as super potions in the more recent games. It is nice in this game, it's just funny to see how ineffective modern medicine is. Alright, does Oshawott get any more moves? Change moves, do we have any more? Nope. Still yet to get Slash and Water Pulse. That's a shame. Alright. I think B-Booth is yeah, he's just sort of sat there now. I kinda wanna go again actually, just to try and catch it, because it is supposed to be one of the easier ones, and there's a little detail about the Heartwood which I kind of want to go, kind of want to savor a little bit. So don't turn around, don't look at me, don't look at me! Nope, didn't work. Alright, we have one more heavy ball, which I kind of want to spare for something else, actually. Hope you don't mind. As there is another alpha Pokemon around here, which I'm sure some of you would have been waiting for me to try and catch. May as well showcase it off now that we're here. If I can actually... I think we're going to have to go around for miles and miles. Oh, look at that! B-Barrel actually does this little silly sitting animation from the earlier games. I gotta admit, I definitely do like those little details. This definitely lends itself to a having a bit more personality, and that B-Barrel is aggroing me. What did I do to you, good sir? I thought you were supposed to be the most placid thing ever. I thought you were supposed... What weird thing... Oh. I completely forgot we have Bunuis in this forest. This very familiar looking forest. Please stay hit. There we go, got Banuri. I should be sure to welcome it into the team with open arms. It's gonna be a running thing with me, really. Just the fact that I keep saying, no, I'm not gonna add Banuri to the team, and Banuri ends up being on the team. Oh. He thinks I should start wrapping up a little bit soon, though, since everyone's heading to sleep. Even so, just running around these areas, I will admit, has definitely been quite nice. This is one of those things, really, when I think more about it, just how this compares to Power World, and how there's a lot of stuff in this game that I do like, and a lot of stuff that I feel could be learned from Power World, but given the different goals this game set out for, I don't want the Pokemon series to 100% be more like Power World in the sense of its gameplay cycle with the crafting and base building and such. I think more so, more in terms of the quality of life. And oh, hello, a Chitterbee. I was wondering when I'd come across one of you. Also, you're level 18. This is gonna hurt. What do you mean, Draining Kiss? Where's your grass type moves? Just switch to Cricketune. Okay. We'll just go for a full swipe. Finish it off. I don't want to aerial ace it, since that will likely take it down very quickly. Go for it. Finish it off. Issue is, it's just going to gain back all that health. Look at that. Actually, let's just see how much an aerial ace does. Why not? That was what I was afraid of. It's like you can't win in this game. Oh yeah, that's the indication that your Pokemon can evolve. That's a little detail I also quite like. The fact that you can just straight up choose when you evolve your Pokemon rather than just, oh, your Pokemon's evolving, better mash the B button. Anyways, we're getting up to a little bit of territory where there's a bunch of Banuis. It'll be nice to catch a fair few of them to see if we can get a good one. Can't remember whether or not abilities are actually in this game. I don't think they are. So we don't have to worry about Klutz. Okay, got a couple of Banu, and there it is. There it is. Or should I say there she is. The reason why we're here. One of the two big dummy mommies of this game. It's probably going to be a boneheaded move for me to try and catch it right now, but I have one heavy ball, and I'm fancying my odds. Please, please. Yep. I'm gonna have to save this for later. Please don't Hyper Beam me. Uh-oh, the fog's rolling in. That's not a good sign. Okay, I think I want to try it again. Just I got this one heavy ball. I got this one heavy ball. I may as well use it. Go on. We're just a very weird looking tree. I'm not here. There we go. This it's nice as well, the little playful little bouncing animation. I kind of feel Lopunny is one of those Pokemon that's definitely got short-handed with the erasure of Mega Evolutions. Come on. Ah, dang it. You turned around just as I threw it as well. Alright. Alright, I shot my shot. I'm out of here. We got a Noble to fight. We're running out of time. So yeah, Alpha Lopunny. It's kind of a shame it's not one of those ones which is one of the easier ones to get to spawn as an alpha. But I would definitely like to try and get a shiny alpha one of those like I did with God of War. Oh yeah, there is an alpha God of War in this game. And oh hey, it's the Moss Rock. Remember the Moss Rock? It's here now. Also, I'm fairly certain there's a very particular piece of music attributed to this place. I'll try to keep quiet for a fair bit of it. Hopefully you can hear it through my ramblings. But again, right now we need to run. And try and get to the objective, because we have been dilly-dallying a little bit here. Alright, which one? Oh, Dustox. Go away, Dustox. Also, I can't help but wonder whether or not there's actually a healing items for you, or... Oh. Yeah, that poison go went on for a fair bit. I'm in mortal danger now. I do kind of like that little detail, though. Makes every Pokemon encounter that much more perilous. Also, who did I aggro this time? Psyduck? Psyduck, you're supposed to be placid. Why are you attacking me? Yeah, I think the big thing here is there is a little musical riff here, which is of the old Eterna Forest theme, which I will say I definitely like those little touches, just as a little callback to the areas these are obviously supposed to be. Oh, hello. Hello, not Clay. I'm Leanne of the Pearl Clan, Warden of Cleavor, Lord of Woods. And you? I already deduced that you're here to come meet Cleavor. I'm right, ain't I? Of course I am. I can see it so clearly. After all, the powerful, awesome Cleavor has become even more awesomely powerful. Perhaps that strange lightning the other day was Almighty Sinnoh's divine power. Whatever it was, it struck my lord and left him imbued with awesome might. So I must turn you away, even if it pains me. It's far too dangerous for you to meet Cleavor right now. Oh, well, that's that then. Truly? You mean to simply give up? Is your passion for Cleavor so paltry? But, well, I'm afraid your passion ain't the real issue here. I've been told in no uncertain terms by a reader that I'm to let no one near Cleavor. I'll fight you off myself if you insist. If you wish to avoid battle, withdraw now. Go while you still can, or face the wrath of my Goomy. I'm gonna bow out. Alright, let's get this over with. You don't even realize I'm turning you away for your own safety, how sad you are. Go on, Goomy. See if you can ooze some good sense into this foolish troublemaker. I mean, I couldn't resist the accent given the hat and all. It's so weird seeing Clay's ancestors as a little kid here. Anyways. Now we get to see Kricketune let loose. Go get him. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I forgot Acid Spray was a thing. That's actually kind of clever. Using certain moves that increase your stats or decrease the enemy's stats as agile style, because I don't think it actually affects the stat drops. I think it's just a flat thing. It's Those moves that really take advantage of the agile style in particular. How can this be? I may have been defeated, but my point still stands. It's far too dangerous to meet Cleaver now. The only welcome you'll get if you're a Putrim is a flurry of devastating blows. Normally I'd simply try making him an offering. A nice heaped oven of his two favorite foods, served up with respect by his loyal warden. That's me, of course. It's usually enough to please him and soothe the prickliest of moods. But even I, Cleavor's loyal warden, can't get close enough to give any offerings now. Not with the way Cleavor's rampaging and running amok. There's nothing like an outsider you can do. The ancestors of Cleavor, Wydeer, and their cohort drew on Almighty Sinnoh's power to protect Pokemon and people alike, so is said. It's by their grace that our clan, that any of us still live in vast Hisui today. Irida, what are you doing here? As you say, Cleavor's grown stronger, but I'm afraid that strength poses a problem for us. If he is indeed struck by that lightning, could bolts that have been sent by the false Sinnoh that the Diamond Clan bows to? Cleavor's means so much to our clan. I'd hope we could bring the situation under control ourselves, not throw our hands up and ask some outsider for help. But we must save Cleavor from this frenzy. Every moment it continues, the danger grows. If more Pokemon and people are attacked, it will lead to conflict with both the Diamond Clan and the Galaxy team. You, stranger from the sky, tell me, could you Galaxy people actually fix all this? Could an outsider actually find a way to quell our Lord's frenzy? I'll think of something. It's what we do as heroes. Very well. Liam and I will gather foods that please Cleavor in hopes that we will be able to get close enough to make him a proper offering. As for you, find a way to quell his frenzy, even if you must search every corner of vast Hisui. Well, the mysterious power can allow you to turn to base camps in an instant. Alrighty then. I'd hoped that we'd be able to fight Cleaver this time around, but given where we're going right now, it may be a good time to we may be coming up a good place for us to stop for the time being. Kind of a shame, really. I'd hoped we'd be able to do a little bit more. Oh, hello. Oh, that marvelous rich tone. How is it produced? I must know. Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. Wait, you're from the survey corps. Wonderful. Just the person I need. I want to learn more about Cricketot. You must be curious about them as well, right? I mean, how do they make those sounds of theirs? It's like a musical mystery like no other. Okay, complete Cricketot's Dex intro. That's... okay. Hello, Professor. Good to see you, Sten. How's your research into Cleavor going? Swimmingly, I expect? Oh, is that so? Now that's quite the tidbit. So a serving of his favourite foods would normally make Cleavor quite agreeable, is that it? I need to mull over this back at the laboratory. You should come along too, dear boy. Look at all the Danuis. Definitely adding one to the team now. Okay, completed the one for Beboo. Finally got that side quest thing. Geodude. Seeing a leap out of ore deposits. So use baby doll eyes. Number of times you're giving it food. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. Still, making good progress. Soon we'll be a rank 2 member. So, according to the information you'll be able to learn from Irida and Leon of the Pearl Clan, the normal cause of events that frenzied Cleavor would be caused by a nice serving of his two favourite foods, fish and chips. I do wonder, is it possible that the aromas of some other components of these foods might combine in a way that could not only calm Cleavor, but draw him back from this frenzy? But by your own report, even Cleavor's warden, who looks after Cleavor, knows him well, cannot approach him in his current state. It would be a fool's gamble to try and get close enough to offer him food. Give me a moment if you would. I need some time to ponder on this. There ought to be something in my research notes that can help us. Ah yes, just stare blankly at bookcase and whiteboard, which isn't a whiteboard, because I don't think those have been invented yet. What is the technology in this game? Aha! Eureka! We'll simply have to throw the food. You're quite the arm for throwing things, haven't you, Stents? Might I suggest you take Cleavor's favourite foods and throw them at the Pokemon? Elaborate, please. Yes, it's all coming together. We can use our skill in Pokeball crafting to shape Cleavor's beloved foods into balls and throw them to achieve the same calming effect but from afar. A brilliant idea if I do say so myself. Why not just use incense? As for what to call these yummy projectiles, how about tea time balls? It's one of mine for a nice, relaxing afternoon tea, does it not? Do scones even exist in Hisui? Why wouldn't you simply call them Lavington balls, Professor? Oh my, with that name it would sound like I'm the one being launched off, frenzied friend. In any case, we can rely on the Pearl Clan to gather the necessary foodstuffs, correct? Mm-hmm. You should get back to Grand Tree Arena and let the Pearl Clan know of our plan. If you're off to Grand Tree Arena, best set up from the Heights camp, eh? So, yeah, we got our plan, we got our mission. Head back out there and finally put, Cleavor's soul to rest. Is there any more side quests I need to worry about at the moment? Just step out here briefly. Okay, there's one more. I'll pick this one up and then we'll leave it here. I'd hoped to get a little bit more done this time, but hey, we're still progressing. Slowly but surely, and I'm fairly happy with how I've been handling things. I get a good night's sleep like this. Oh, hello. Ah! Don't scare me like that. Something the matter? No, everything's fine. Whatever you need, come back later, alright? What's the matter? Maybe a survey corps type like you could figure out what's causing this. Look, when I'm in my quarters trying to sleep at night, it feels like I'm not alone in there. Sometimes there's this weird kind of crackling sound. I found burnt berries a couple of times, and once in a while I hear something clatter. So, survey corps kid, study my quarters, figure out what's happening. Things that go... Just do it at night, would you? I've got to be at work during the day. Well, it's night right now. Let's go in. I swear there's something in it. Search every nook and cranny. Suppose this would be a nice way to wrap things up. Okay. Seems fairly normal. Is that a hair on a hem? A short black hair? Not in the water pot. Chock full of architectural plans. There's a schedule for Magikarp too. Perhaps there's plans for the Galaxy Hall. Architectural plans. Full of neatly folded uniforms. Alright, let's take a peek inside. Some weird clothes and a cape. Faint smell like berries have been placed here. A noise from the entryway. Gasp. Let's save up here just in case. This turns out to be a fight. Alright. Investigate. Let's hear something from beneath the cloth. Crackle, crackle. So it's like something ran by you. Something from the back of the closets. Ah, behind this little blinder thing, eh? Oh, it's a little Pichu! Serving cook, are you alright? I heard this strange noise. What's up? Ah, it's no mere ghost. Wait a minute, this Pichu, could it be? This might sound absurd, but I think this might be a Pichu I found injured in the forest a while back. What's up? Ah, a berry for me? What, because I fixed you up? So... Wait, so that thing that's been haunting my quarters was a grateful little Pichu? Guess all that worrying was pointless. To think I was afraid of some spine-chilling thing. Like, for all you know, it could have been a Rotom. Regardless, I owe you. Here, have a token of my gratitude. Now that's a fairly cute way of ending things off. So I'm guessing the Pichu is just... Well, I've said it would be nice if the Pichu was just living here now, but I guess the Pichu is just gone. But so, yeah, we'll leave it there. Next time, nice to end on the cliffhanger, we'll finally be going after Cleavor. But until then, I'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.